Have you ever wondered what books full of laws like Leviticus, Exodus, and Deuteronomy are doing in your Bible? Do they have any value for us today? Old Testament scholar John Walton thinks these books called the Torah do have enormous value for us, but can only be accurately understood in their ancient Near Eastern context. Language is full of cultural meaning, what he calls cultural rivers. The modern Western cultural river includes values like rights, freedom, capitalism, democracy, and individualism. In ancient rivers, values like community identity, the centrality of a temple, and the role of sacrifices flowed freely. Ancients did not create laws for the purpose of moral legislation, giving prescriptive commands to obey. The Torah is not a collection of propositional affirmations for all times and all places. We must know how the genre works and what the original author was trying to say, no more and no less. Walton thinks the Torah fits into three types of ancient genres: wisdom literature, suzerain contract, and ritual text. In wisdom literature, legal collections like those found in the Torah give examples of what justice in society looks like to help judges and kings determine what wisdom is. He develops the idea of the aspective and descriptive nature of the Torah for understanding wisdom, in contrast to a view that sees it as a comprehensive, prescriptive guide for ethics. It's like when an art teacher asks students what art is. In order to let the students form their opinion, many examples of arts are shown, thus helping to answer the question of what art is. If the Israelites wanted to know what wisdom was, well, then they listened to the Torah. Suzerain contracts give examples of what faithfulness to a suzerain or sovereign looks like. A vassal or subordinate served the suzerain, offered tribute, and was dependent on him for his needs. The sovereign's relationship with the vassal was established in order to bring him honor before his community. Likewise, Israel was to bring honor to God before the nations. Ritual texts in the ancient Near East detail rituals performed in order to meet the needs of the gods. However, Israel's God made clear that he has no needs. So in Israel, sacrifice is acted similarly as a tribute by a vassal for a suzerain did. The sacrificial rites were not necessarily commands to be obeyed, but like a procedural detailing how to receive the desired outcome. Like the procedures essential to the successful use of an ATM, for example. The desired outcome for Israel was that God's presence remained with them, bringing blessing and honor. So, what does this mean for us? Well, the Torah's commands should not be iterated through in search of a coherent moral system we're to live by. Because, 1, these systems are inconsistent, and 2, this goal does not take into account the genres of Torah. The Torah should not be split into relevant parts either. The Torah as an unbroken whole is relevant. Israel was to promote such an awesome societal order that the nations around would become jealous and give honor to Israel's God. God chose to identify himself with Israel so fully that what they did spoke about what kind of a God he was. To understand the value of the Torah for us, we need to think about what it would be like if we didn't have it at all. God revealed himself through Israel, so when Jesus came, we knew what to expect from the kind of God Israel's God was. We can know that the God we love is not indifferent, tyrannical, or monstrous. We can know that Jesus is like Israel's God, thanks to the Torah. If you have any confusion concerning the Old Testament, specifically the first 5 books of Moses, the Torah, or how it relates to your life today, definitely read John Walton's book, The Lost World of Torah, which inspired this video. There's a lot in it that I could not fit in this short video that would challenge and deepen your faith, regardless if you agree with everything. So comment below what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your friends. And you can find more content like this at theologize.me.